Hi everybody, Rock Dude here.
Marky Z, and welcome to another awesome second season episode of the
Rockin House.
Today's special guest we have Alan Reynolds. Alan Reynolds of the Alan Reynolds Band. He also has now a new record company, I believe is Record Deal Studios and Top 10 Publishing. Rock Dude.
Yeah, he's a pretty enterprising fellow. I met him years ago at the quite popular band destination in Montgomery County, which is the Bridgeport Rib House. And this guy is a remarkable musician. He plays a multi-string bass. He's old school. If you want funk and dance music and slap bass to the hill, Alan Reynolds is your guy. Just flat out the best bass player the Philadelphia local band scene has going. And yeah, he's has his publishing company. He has a studio at his home. And yeah, you can call Alan for whatever you need in the recording industry. He's all there now. So he's got a real LLC, and he's on his way. We're going to be talking about his career in music, how he started, and now that he's a full-fledged businessman in these different areas, just not a player.
Exactly. I said we bring Alan onto the show right now. Welcome, Alan Reynolds, to the Rockin House. Good to have you, man.
Good to have you. All right, Alan.
Show,
Welcome to the Rockin House.
All right.
All right, man. Well, we really appreciate you coming today, bro. And I'll tell you what, we're going to start the show off with, let's talk about the band. Of course, you got your label that you have now, Record Deal Studios, and you got a publishing company, Top 10 Publishing.
Yep.
So you're a busy guy in this business.
I'm very busy.
Amazing.
As we know, Alan, you've been involved with music since basically a baby. I mean, if you want to
Since
say
I was
that.
4 years old.
4 years old.
Wow.
So what
Impressive.
were your earliest inclinations of being a musician, or what started this whole process?
Well, my dad played in the band, and he used to have friends over to jam and practice in the basement. They had like people like Johnny C. coming in there. He did Boogaloo down Broadway. Cliff Nobles, he did The Horse, and I got all these musicians, and I used to just watch them. And when they would leave, I would pick up their instruments and play them. And when I first picked up a guitar, I first played the guitar. I picked up a guitar, and I wrote a song. You know, I just knew how to play already.
Came kind of naturally for you.
Yeah, natural.
Yeah.
Wow. Very cool, very cool.
And I was 4 years old.
4 years old.
4 years old is when this all started for you.
And we're quite a long ways from 4 years old here, Alan. We're not getting any younger here.
No.
So yeah, like the Rockin House, you know, sometimes later in life things start to happen. It's not always in the earlier part of your career, and I think things are really shaping up for you as well as the Rockin House.
Yep.
And we started this venture at about the same time, so yeah, we can keep an eye on each other and see how we progress here in the whole local music scene. So,
So let's talk about, you know, going from 4 years old. Let's go to where you started to be serious about your playing as a musician.
Okay,
And you started on guitar, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I started getting serious about when I was like 8 years old. I was like teaching at 8.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. That's impressive.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
and I saw my dad play on the stage for the first time at the Carver Center in Norristown, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
And I was like, that's what I want to do. You know?
got to come from somewhere,
yes,
right?
you do.
Yeah, so, but my dad had me playing the blues. He had me playing the bass on the blues.
Nice.
And I hated the blues. I mean, I hated the blues for like 20 or 30 years after. And I didn't get to like the blues until I was like 30. And and I used to make up blues songs all the time.
Okay.
And I wrote up this one blues song. Everybody's got a problem. Boom, 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 boom. But nobody wants to hear mine, no. Everybody's got a problem. But nobody wants to hear mine, no. I guess I'll laugh a little while. I'll live until I die. Okay.
Very cool, man.
So basically in the beginning, through your father's knowledge of blues, it's how you started learning how to play from blues material. And as things go by, we all know what your specialty is, and tell us what that is.
My specialty
Is it's funk music. It's basically what
It's
you
funk
do.
music, yeah.
And R&B in the 70s, because you're an older fella, and that's where your heart and soul is in the 70s style music.
Yeah.
Which we
It's a
do
genre.
now.
Yeah. That's the genre, and I've been playing like funk. I mean, funk came natural to me, and I played in this band when I was 16 years old called Last Phase.
Okay.
It was like 11 of us, and I was the youngest. It ranged from 16 to 25,
Nice.
and I did all the arrangements and stuff. I did the endings and stuff, and you know, I just natural musician, and my creative ability is writing. I mean,
Yeah.
I've been writing music since the beginning.
So what would we say is really when you started coming into a real level band? Was it when you were 16? Of course, you went into a bigger level like you are now. But like, where was it like going from 16 to that next level to get in the clubs?
Well, I was getting in the clubs at 16. Yeah, I mean,
Really?
I played in
Wow.
the biggest band in Norristown, and
That's great.
word got out that I was a pretty good bass player. And at one time, I was playing with two bands at the same time. I was
Wow.
playing with Aphrodisia and Brand New
Okay.
at the same time, and you know, I couldn't make up my mind which band I wanted to be in, so I just played in both of them.
All right. I hear you.
So, you know, when you play rhythm, blues, and funk music, you hear this thing called slap bass, which you're very known for. So,
Yeah.
so primarily you play with your fingers. I don't see you play much with a pick, or do you?
I very rarely play with a pick. I mean, I play guitar with a pick, and I can play bass with a pick, but I usually use my fingers and slap.
Finger and slap. Okay. Now, basically, some of the biggest bass players of all time in that area of music did play slap. You know,
Yeah.
Bootsy Collins and people like that. So, who are some of your idols? Who do you go to as this is the guy I like?
Well, the first bass player I really liked was Earth, Wind & Fire's bass player, Verdine White.
Oh my
He
God,
was like,
awesome.
he was like, I liked the way he moved, and I got the movement from him.
Okay.
And then Stanley Clarke.
Oh yeah.
And I met Stanley Clarke. Well, I didn't meet him. I mean, I had like a really big ego. I'm like, I'm the greatest bass player in the world. And
All
then that's what I was thinking.
You heard that on the Rockin' House.
And I met him. I didn't meet him. He was coming. We were in a St. Denis Street in Montreal, because I toured Canada. He was coming down the street, and I was going up the street, and he had this look on his face like, I'm Stanley Clarke, I'm Stanley Clarke, and I just walked right by my idol. I just walked right by him.
Wow. How
I
about
mean,
that?
And I also challenged Victor Wooten to a bass duel
Oh,
at Sam Ash Music
Fill
Store.
us in on this one, Alan.
Wooten.
This sounds ridiculous.
I know it is ridiculous.
Okay, how'd that
Okay,
go?
let's hear this.
Well, he didn't accept.
That was the Sam Ash right off the street here,
Yeah,
right? King of Prussia.
He didn't.
Okay.
He did not accept,
No.
No.
and that's how that went. But
Are
we
you
were on
serious?
we were on stage together playing for like a friendly bass duel, friendly, and he did not accept.
Is that right?
That's right.
Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to come back with Alan Reynolds in a minute and talk about his new music that is his own original music coming out soon. So stay with us. Be right back.
Talk to me. From a room intoxicated, she just won't love you. That's why I'm so deep. Come on, girl, kiss me, just give it to me, baby. Give me
we do appreciate, again, Alan coming to the show. And wow, that's amazing. He tried to do a duel with Victor Wooten, and he basically said no.
Yeah, he did.
That's incredible.
Now, I got to interject here, Mark. I mean,
that's nuts.
That does qualify because my friend Alan is a badass. I mean,
Okay, hey.
you would figure something like this just might crop up. He's a very talented slap bass player who I highly recommend and highly respect. So, if you know anything about slap bass playing, Alan's the best. I just want to tell everybody that.
All right, well, let's move on, and I want to talk about your new music, man. I heard a little bit about it. I'm going to hear some more, and we're going to let people hear some stuff on the Rockin' House as well, debuting. Let's talk about this new music and how the pandemic put you in the position to create your own label and publishing company. Is that correct?
Yeah, okay. First of all, my band gigs got canceled in the beginning of the pandemic. Some of my gigs got canceled, and I just canceled the rest of my gigs and concentrated on my music.
Got it.
And I've been writing seriously since like 1985.
Okay.
And so I took all the best of my songs from like 1985 to like 2001.
Okay.
And I put all my best songs on the CD. And they're all copywritten too. So I got all my best songs that were copywritten, and I put them on the CD.
Nice.
And I was like, what am I going to do with these songs? So I started a record company.
Okay.
And then I didn't stop it there. I started a publishing company too. So.
Wow.
And that's where I'm at. But I'm going to finish my CD. This is the instrumental tracks right here.
Yeah.
Of the 12 songs. And I haven't put the vocals on yet, but I'm working on the vocals.
Nice.
And that's where I'm
You
at.
plan on doing the singing on that?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
I'm doing everything. The
Let
writing.
him explain here.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm doing all the instruments, all the vocals, and all the arrangements and everything.
That's great.
Yeah.
Jack of all trades. Cool.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. So we have that to be looking forward to very soon. Original project. How awesome is that?
So we mentioned the pandemic, which had slowed people up going out to perform, though. But there was other areas that people could capitalize on. Like me and Mark had started the Rockin' House during that time,
Yes, we did.
and we were blessed because most of these rock stars weren't on tour, so we could call them up at their house and arrange to do a Skype situation with them. So it actually worked to our favor. So yeah, it's a very helpful.
Yeah, we
thing.
started like about the same time.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean.
So we get that fist punch going on, saying,
Yeah.
"Hey man, we're just we're in the same boat, and we're moving ahead."
Yeah, and like
Yeah. That's
so
right.
from something negative came a positive.
You know what?
It's
man?
like alpha to omega.
That's how it goes, man.
Yeah.
You know, there's so many millionaires became millionaires because they saw where everybody thought was catastrophe was a opportunity,
Yeah.
and we saw that. And I had to say, we're very blessed.
I'm getting chills, man.
Well,
Look at that. Look at that.
It's real, man. It's real.
Look the chills.
I love it. I love it, man. There's reasons for everything.
So
I
Alan,
believe.
you want to talk about over there next to Marky Z
Oh.
in the corner is
yeah.
Alan's. That's what you call your main bass, then, Alan?
This is my main bass, but I got a white bass that's an Ibanez, but this is the same bass as on the shirt here.
Oh yeah.
Alan, this is the
Okay.
same exact bass.
Nice.
So I figured I wear this.
Sound gear. That's sweet.
6-string.
Yeah, man.
So you're going to tell us here what led into you playing multi-string bass and how that all come about.
Okay,
Yeah, good point.
I started out on a Beetle bass, a Hofner,
Oh, okay.
and the strings were like a mile high, and it made my fingers real strong at a young age. And that's why, I was able to,
Yeah.
play like
man.
basically anything.
Right.
I mean, and then I got like another cheap bass, and I got like a real Fender bass, like 1975, and then I played that for a while, and then I graduated to the Ibanez. I like Ibanez better than Fenders. I mean, Fenders got 4-string. I think they might make a 5-string bass, but I like a 6-string bass. And how I learned how to play the 6-string bass. You familiar with the gravel pike inn?
Yes.
You know the guy who owns that?
Up on
Gravel Pike.
not Greatersford.
Yeah.
By Greatersford, by
Yeah,
the prison.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, Alan. Yeah.
I forget the name of the guy.
Who was that? One of your earliest gigs or something?
Yeah, it was my earliest gig, and he used to do karaoke,
Okay.
and I won a contest when he singing contest when he was doing karaoke.
Nice.
But I bought a 6-string. I got it at the Guitar Center, and I took it to the gig, and I learned how to play the 6-string on the gig. I brought my 4-string to the gig. But I played the 6-string, and I never looked back.
That's crazy. It just came natural, just like that.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
That's,
I put myself in the place, to learn it on the spot, and I did it.
Uh-huh.
you know, most people might say it's more melodic and, you know, things like that. Melodic stuff, sounding bass. I mean, there's different strings you could have. You could have 5, you could have 6, 8, 7. You know.
Now, on the 6-string bass, this is the low B, and that is the high C, that one right here. And since I play guitar, that high string is like,
Yeah.
it gives me a good high tone.
And that's interesting you say that, because some of the bass players had said that they play it more like a guitar at times than they do actually a bass.
Yeah.
Which is not uncommon. So
Yeah.
when you got them kind of skills, Alan, you can do a lot of things. You're right.
Yeah.
Look at the sleekness of this.
And obviously you can do more with that bass because it just obviously has more strings.
Yeah, and this bass is my. This is my best bass, but I got like a white Ibanez.
Here, you want to bring it in so people can see this more than just looking at it right
Yeah.
here? I like the sleek body.
Yeah, it's a very sleek body.
Yeah.
But this is my best bass. But I have a white bass with better action, and this looks like it has better action, but it doesn't feel like it has better action. And the white bass feels better, but this is the bass that sounds the best.
Yeah, well, the action looks pretty good for
Oh, the action, and I did the action myself.
Nice.
And I
the
always
kind of pickups you use there, Alan? Anything special you like to use, or just?
I used to use EMGs, but
Okay.
these are. I don't really know what kind of pickups these are.
Are they the ones that came with the bass?
Yeah, they came with the bass.
Some of these Ibanez pickups are really good that they put in these basses.
So you got the factory pickups in that model. You like them?
Yeah, I do.
It's pretty awesome.
So basically, when the guitar comes from the factory, it's basically you like it as it comes, basically as a whole.
Yeah, but I've ruined some guitars by changing the pickups, and I got the guts, and I get wired up, and then it didn't. I just
messed it up.
I just messed it up. I just wound up throwing it away.
That's how you learn, right? That's how you learn, right?
I guess you either leave it to the experts or you just don't go there. One of the things.
Well, I had one of my basses done professionally, and anytime you take pickups and you do rewiring, it's not going to be the same. It's not going to be good. So.
Okay. All right, so I'll tell you what, we're going to end on this spot right here. We're going to come right back and talk about what the future holds for Alan Reynolds and his publishing company and the record label in just a minute. having a lot of fun here talking about different things. Of course, his knowledge on basses and how he took one apart and it wound up being a disaster. He ended up throwing it out.
Yeah.
But we're going to talk about now.
We'll
into
just
the
have
future,
Alan stick to playing, which is his
what's going
specialty
on.
there, right?
Right? So let's talk about it. Like Rocky was
So
saying
Alan,
earlier.
you know, you built this reputation in the local music scene, which is, you know, Rip House, Peppers, Screwballs, King of Prussia, Philadelphia.
Yep.
You're just well liked and everybody knows you. You
Yeah.
know. So what do you make of this local music scene? I mean, you know everybody.
I love it. I mean, it's part of who I am.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly. That's why we do what we do as musicians.
And one thing we know you what I'm going to say is you rarely ever have to ever cancel a gig because you know so many qualified musicians who can interchange in your bands. That's what people know about you.
Yeah.
You have 2 or 3 guys that are consistently in your band, but then if someone can't make it, you can fill in here and there. And why don't you talk about that, Alan? That's an interesting point. Most bands could have to cancel a gig.
Awesome that you do that.
I don't believe in canceling gigs. I mean, I use female vocalists also, and I got the top female vocalists. Man,
That's awesome.
these girls.
If anybody knows, he's right.
These girls can sing. I mean, I tell you what. Now, we met at the Bridgeport Rib House, right?
Yes.
Now, a lot of these things that happened to me happened at the Bridgeport Rib House. Now, I met my #1 female vocalist at the Bridgeport Rib House. I had this girl named Phyllis Love from Philadelphia.
Okay.
And she was singing good, and she said, "You mind if my my friend sings with it?" I'm like, "Sure, she's gonna sing." And when she sang, she didn't sound, you know, overly good. She sounded good. I would hire her for a gig. So, and the time came up, I hired her for the video because Phyllis Love couldn't make it, and I hired her. And then she let out this amazing voice that blew me away. I mean, me and Dan looked at each other with what the hell? I mean, and I met her at the Bridgeport Rib House.
Okay.
And the guy
Wow.
who does this, who does my cards and my labels and my
Your artwork.
my artwork.
Yeah.
I met him at the Bridgeport Rib House.
And Rockin.
How about it?
Yeah, I met you at the Bridgeport Rib House. And
That's okay, Alan.
Oh, how about it?
I was sitting at the high top table at the Bridgeport Rib House,
Yeah.
and this girl was sitting next to me, and I've been wanting to do the song "It's My Party," because I like songs like, you know, I just like good songs. It's my party, I can cry if I want to, cry if I want to, cry if I want to. So I struck up a conversation with the girl that was sitting next to me, and because I was listening to the song on my iPhone, and I said, "Did you know this song?" And she told me she was a singer, and she wanted to be my background vocalist.
Wow.
I met her at the Bridgeport Rib House. Everybody's at the Bridgeport Rib House. I mean, so that's my home base right there, Bridgeport Rib House, and it's like 12 minutes from my house.
That's far.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Bridgeport Rib House is what it is. It's a very popular place where a lot of talented people do gravitate to or eventually get there or hang out there. And it's a big music scene in the Rib House. Yeah, it's become that over the years. So
Absolutely.
we're fortunate to have something like that nearby where we don't have to go long distance to get to.
Nope.
Yeah, and I played with Franny Beecher, who was the guitar player from Bill Haley's Comets. We played it there a lot. That was like our home base. And I also played with Stevie B in Florida. You know who Stevie B is?
Go ahead, fill us in here, Alan.
That name sounds
He
familiar.
did this song called Spring Love and the Letter to the Postman song.
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, and he's got that dum 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 dum. He's like that guy.
Okay.
I played the bass for him, and I did some work with Dee Dee Sharp.
Okay.
Oh, we know Dee Dee Sharp from
Dee Dee
Philadelphia.
Sharp.
Yeah,
Motown, right?
No, she played on their
R&B.
probably International
You remember
Records.
Dee Dee Sharp? She did the mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's a little bit before your time.
But
How old are you?
I
54.
understand all this. Okay,
Yeah.
that's Dee Dee Sharp from Philadelphia.
Yeah.
She's,
Yep.
yeah.
And I did first off, we did like a radio station. I did the drum beat, and like you know how they have the it's the prime time of my life. You know the intros.
Yes.
And I did the drum beat. Talk 900. Talk 900, and she did the talk 900, and I did the drum beat. And
Really?
yeah, and I did recorded with Dee Dee Sharp back in the mid '80s.
Okay.
Wow.
So yeah, you did some interesting things I see there, Alan. It's pretty cool to be
Yeah, I
talking
didn't know about that.
You know, Dee Dee Sharp's definitely an A-lister. So cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Now let's move on to what's going on with the record label, this new awesome, exciting record label you put together over the pandemic, and you've already got some prospects today, right?
Yeah, I got some prospects. I got Kim Payton is like my lead female vocalist.
Okay.
Elena Nelson.
Okay.
She's got like a 5-octave range. She can hit those mini Ripperton
Nice.
notes.
Wow.
And I got a comedian that I'm gonna be recording. It's like Todd Carden, and he did some. He's like what's that guy's name? With the wild hair and does the parodies. Come on. He did the Michael Jackson parody, and he did
Oh, the parodies.
red hair guy.
One of the
Oh,
guys.
Carrot Top?
Yeah, no, not Carrot Top.
Well, one of the guys that did the parodies was Weird Al.
Weird Al.
Weird Al.
Yeah,
that
he's
guy.
got like Weird Al type things
He's
going
like
on.
that kind of character.
Yeah.
So you're going to record him as a comedian.
Yeah, I'm gonna record him as a comedian. He's a
that's
joke
funny.
teller. So
How about it?
I got some pretty
So
good
you've got
prospects.
different things on the plate other than
Yeah.
just music then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Pretty awesome.
yeah, and I'm gonna be recording people of all styles. And Sue Tears, who plays with the
AM radio.
AM radio,
Okay.
Right.
she's gonna be recording in my
With
studio.
you.
Yeah,
Under
and,
you.
And I might as well
Which
get her husband too, because he's a great singer,
Kevin Burke. Yeah. We know
Wow.
these people. So
Yeah.
they're big in the local scene too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Friends of ours.
So that's who I got lined up.
Wow. Very awesome.
And I think it's going to be huge. I think it's going to be just as bigger than Motown.
Wow.
I mean, because I got some, back in the with Motown days, if you noticed, the sound quality wasn't all that good, but it was great for the time.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they got all kind of different,
Yeah.
different equipment and stuff. And they used to do like 2, 3, 4 tracks back then, and they got like, unlimited tracks now.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, I plan on just
Yeah, you're right, Alan.
recording
Because
the
in
best.
today's market, you got the modern digital equipment like Pro Tools and all.
Yeah,
It's
that
like Pro Tools.
oh, let me tell you about that.
Go ahead.
Now, the stuff I originally did these songs on,
Right.
I recorded it on a D1600 Korg D1600 digital 16-track recorder,
Okay.
and I bought that like 20 years ago.
Wow.
How's it sound?
Well, as far as today's, it's like outdated.
Okay.
But I was like, I was trying. I wanted to get like a, my recordings across,
Right.
and I played what I was used to for so long, but it was just totally outdated. And then I bought this. I bought a Zoom.
Okay.
I bought a Zoom like
One of them handheld recorders?
no,
You bought the board, a Zoom
no
board.
Zoom board.
The board.
Oh.
Yeah,
Nice.
and that's state of the art shit. Excuse me, that's state of the art stuff there. And
yeah, Zoom products sound really
and then I bought this. I forget the name. It's under Pro Tools.
Okay.
It's not Pro Tools, but I forget the name of it. I haven't even used that. And then I got Pro Tools, so I was like, which one do I use? Do I use the Korg D16 that's outdated,
Right.
but it has a CD burner in it, which is a good thing.
Yep.
But CDs are going out,
Yeah.
I got this Zoom, which is the state of the art, and then I got Pro Tools. So I said, let me see. I tried recording both of them, all 3 of them, and then it wasn't working so good with the Zoom. I mean, I just went to Pro Tools, and Pro Tools is like the new standard from the world standard.
Right.
Yeah.
So I said I got to learn how to do it.
Right.
So I just forced myself to do it.
Yep.
And I'm working with Pro Tools now.
Very cool.
And I went from the digital 16-track recorder to the Zoom. It's like an L20.
Mm-hmm.
You got 20 channel, and then I'm with Pro Tools. I mean, Pro Tools is the way to go. It's got so many plugins.
Yeah,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
it doesn't
Change
matter.
amps and
Yeah, yeah,
everything.
yeah.
Listen,
I know.
Alan, it doesn't matter what you do. You always have a little bit of a learning curve to get through, and you get over the hump. And here we are today. And
Awesome.
I know your list of musicians that you have, and I would honestly say if anybody needs a demo, a quick demo CD or recording done, he's got people who play keyboards and saxophone, and they just can come in and
Oh yeah.
rip you a good recording. So
And also, I can program it on my. I got like 8 keyboards, and I got like 5 of them are programmable, and
Nice.
these songs are all done on that program. I program those songs.
Mm-hmm.
So
Very awesome. I'll tell you what, Alan, what we're going to do is we're going to leave the show today with a little treat for you guys. Alan is going to perform live here on the Rockin' House. We'll
How
have
cool was that?
in a few minutes. But right now, I want to say thank you for coming to the Rockin' House, me and Rock Dude, and we appreciate it.
best of luck with your new company there, Alan.
oh, thank you very much.
Absolutely. And I'm Marky Z, my partner, Rock Dude,
And I'm Alan Reynolds.
and here's Alan Reynolds.
And that's Alan Reynolds.
And we're out.